Joe Rogan has just shared the latest update on Jake Paul's jaw surgery, and suddenly the talk around a potential fight with Anthony Joshua has taken on a whole new angle.
Anthony Joshua is going to connect with a bomb
and
breaks his jaw in 2 places.
Yeah.
And he's fucked. His jaw's wired shut now. He lost teeth.
See, I mean, he made it to the 6th round.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Did they put your teeth back in when they pop out like that, or are they gone forever?
I don't know. But it's just wired shut for like 6 weeks now.
Yeah. You got to eat nothing but protein shakes. Bro.
Oof.
Look, it's a crazy world. The thing is that I would hope that he recognizes is right now he's doing great, and he's only, whatever he is, 28, I think.
Is he 28?
I think he is. How old is Jake Paul? He's young.
God damn.
And he's probably made 300 million plus in his boxing career. How old is Jake Paul?
He'll be 29 and
look at that. So he's 28 years old. 29 next month.
This wasn't just another YouTube boxing. Stunt It was a real fight against a true heavyweight, leaving Jake Paul with a broken jaw, damaged teeth, and months of recovery. The MMA and boxing worlds are now split. Critics argue Paul was exposed, outfacing Anthony Joshua was too risky, and that social media hype can't protect you from real heavyweight power. But others point out that Paul survived, lasted multiple rounds against one of the hardest hitters of the era, and could come out stronger from the experience. Joe Rogan highlighted the seriousness of jaw injuries, underlining just how high the stakes were.
You would assume that wealth would take away your drive for
But
competition.
it hasn't, yeah.
He's also nuts, right? Just
Yeah.
the fact that he's willing to fight the 2-time heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
A guy who's gigantic in his prime,
Gigantic.
built like a Greek god.
Yeah.
And you're going to stand, and he's a one-punch killer. And you're going to stand in front of that guy, and he avoided shots till the 6th round. He just started getting tired.
Yeah. His movement in that fight was crazy.
It was very good.
Yeah.
It was very good.
He was really keeping him moving around the whole ring, and then
you can't afford to get tired.
You can't get
That's
tired.
the thing is, like, he gets tired in a lot of his fights in the later rounds. You should really sort that out. Because if he had a much bigger gas tank, like if he was training with like some of these elite world-class strength and conditioning coaches and just worked on his cardio, he'd be beating way more guys.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%. But it's like what he's doing is learning how to box, and he's boxing, and he's training hard for sure. But to get that world-class gas tank, you need like a Sam Calavita, you need like a Nick Curson, you need like these plyometrics experts that got heart rate monitors on you, and they're checking when your recovery is ready and go.
Yeah.
And you're fucking yeah. You need guys monitoring your recovery, monitoring your heart rate variability, your VO2 max.
I couldn't believe it.
I don't know. And maybe he is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But what?
His teeth look a bit removed as well.
Yeah, his teeth have come out of place. But credit to him, he done well. But I told him what was going to happen, but it just took 6 rounds to do that.
People will criticise you for going 6 rounds with Jake Paul. How do you feel?
Because,
you know, most people wouldn't have the balls ever to step in a boxing ring in their life. He stepped in a boxing ring with one of the baddest men on the planet, who's 40 pounds heavier than him and 6 inches taller. That's insane. He's one of the most skilled fighters on the planet. My brother, as a fucking YouTuber, went 6 rounds with him in a fight with a broken jaw and rolled ankle. I'm so proud of him. That was just unbelievable.
I saw you talking crap to AJ at one
Bro, I
point.
was trying to get his head. I think I pissed him off. I was just saying fuck that shit. I love AJ.
Yeah.
But bro,
I saw you going them.
I was talking so much. But I just pissed him off. Then he broke my brother's jaw. Fuck this guy.
Broke his jaw, huh?
Yeah, his jaw's fucked. Yeah. He don't care though. Jake's having a fucking blast.
Yeah. We'll see him back again for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Logan.
Would win. Honestly, I don't know what I thought, but I just didn't expect for it to go down like that. That shit was like a joke almost. Like that was just like funny. It was just crazy.
So you don't think it was a real fight?
Nah, I think it was more for entertainment. He's a good entertainer. You know, that's just who he is since he was young. So
What should Jake Paul do next? Should he carry on fighting in professional boxing?
No, stick with YouTube. Quit boxing immediately and stick with YouTube.
He got 40 million for it.
Should Jake Paul retire?
No, Jake Paul gotta keep going.
Broken jaw isn't something a fighter just shakes off. It changes how you train, how you fight, and even how you think in the ring. After surgery or wiring, the question always lingers. Will it happen again? That's where opinions clash. Some believe Jake Paul will become more cautious, avoiding risky exchanges, and prioritizing defense over aggression. But Paul insists the opposite. He claims this injury has ignited a fire in him, pushing him to come back stronger.
At a chin. I think the answer to that question was proven last night. Bro, you can take a shot. Anthony Joshua hits you with probably his hardest shot that we've seen drop every other single fighter that he's fought.
Yeah.
And he hit you in the face, and not only did you not get knocked out, you dropped and said, wow.
I was like, wow, that was nice. I was on the ground, I was like, that was a good shot.
Dude, did he surprise you with his power?
No, to be honest, no, but I mean, he surprised my jaw. It's literally
Off your
snapped,
face,
bro. It's literally snapped.
Dude, when
completely snapped.
After the fight, you were like, I think like one of my teeth is, and you open your mouth, and I was the first to see it. I went, oh, you broke
your jaw.
dude. I'm bold.
He's a broken jaw. Those injuries are very difficult to come back from. But as AJ said, like that last shot would have knocked out a lot of heavyweights. And I know he went down heavy, but you know, he was conscious on the floor. And I thought his game plan, although obviously very negative early on, which it had to be, was smart at times. And there were times where he held his feet and let his hands go. You know, it was a very one-sided fight. It was always going to be a one-sided fight. But you can't give him anything but credit and respect. There's a lot of negative people out there. There's a lot of people who want to criticize people. They're not doing what Jake Paul's done. He just went in with Anthony Joshua and gave it his best shot. Took a lot of punishment and ended the fight eventually on his feet after the stoppage. So, you know, I think he'll have to see physically how that jaw, I don't know the severity of it. It's a very difficult injury to come back from. But he showed he's got ability, and that's what we said. You know, he's dedicated to the game.
It is a huge honor for me to do these events whenever I can. I enjoy them. And I think the obviously the more seasoned and better and more accomplished and veteran fighter won. But I don't think Jake's stock goes down. He could still fight, the Furies and the KSIs. I would love to see that fight of the world, even the Darren Tills of the world. Like, I think that there is still very much a market. But obviously there's levels. And by the way, there are weight classes for a reason as well. He's a cruiserweight. He's not a heavyweight. But it sounds like he wants to keep going. And it sounds like AJ wants to keep going. Although in a brief conversation with a member of his team, they said maybe this February date is too soon. He specifically mentioned Tyson Fury. Bypass that February date. Go straight to Tyson. I know there is a fight on the table for February. But again, that's why I hate when they announce these things before. You could get tired. You could get hurt. You could get, who knows, banged up. So let's see if that February date remains. I'm hearing it could be in flux. And let's see if his next fight is against Tyson. That's the fight that everyone wants to see. We don't need tune-up fights anymore. Make that fight next. Jake needs some time off. Maybe we see him back end of 26. Obviously, he's got a lot going on with MVP. And obviously, he has to...
Jake Paul says getting hurt by Anthony Joshua didn't scare him, it motivated him. And Rogan notes fighters either break or come back stronger after injuries. In the fight, Joshua stayed patient, landing a power-packed shot, but Paul held his ground, showing unexpected toughness. For Joshua, the win reinforced his threat as a composed heavyweight and stabilized his image.
As a fighter, as a boxer, as a professional boxer, he's poor. And I mean this with the greatest respect. Like, he's come off the couch watching YouTube, doing YouTube and influencing people to get Anthony Joshua in the ring. Should Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua ever be in the ring together? No, should they fuck? But the business side to it, they fucking walked away with millions. The fight was poor. Jake was just in there to survive. There's loads. We can keep going on and on about it. Was it a success? Probably. They both walked away with millions. But for Jake to get Joshua in the ring there, you can say all you want, but I think personally, if that fight fell on Tyson Fury's lap first, he would have took it. Which heavyweight's going to say, yeah, it is? Just let's say, an example, 50 million to fight Jake Paul. They're going to say no. I don't think one heavyweight in world boxing would have said no, barring Alexander Usyk.
No, definitely as well. Final one on this as well. Do you side with the fact that kind of the first meaningful shot that Joshua threw, the fight was over?
The first clean shot on the chin. Yeah, I thought. Look, I'm not criticising Joshua, but I thought Joshua was poor. Like, Never really just like cut the ring off properly. Followed Jake around the ring a bit, but also Jake was running. Joshua could have just thought like, I'll get in a minute. You're gonna stop in a minute. So when I thought Joshua was poor, I just thought the first 5 rounds was shit. Jake was just running and falling on the floor. It must have done Joshua's head in, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, the first clean shot dropped him. Next one stopped the fight, broke his jaw.
Jake Paul, the future is now far more complicated and far more intriguing. He must decide whether to take safer fights and rebuild cautiously or chase another big-name opponent to prove his ceiling isn't set. Rogan emphasizes that the jaw injury changes everything, forcing Paul to confront the real stakes of elite boxing. There's no hiding, no gimmicks, and no easy exits. What he does next will reveal who he truly is as a fighter. This story is far from over.